All right, let's get to your questions in Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday.
Buy an Accord.
Well, should I even read this now?
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to even read this
we
now.
told them we'd read the
Jeez,
promo.
okay, the North Texas Honda dealers want to help you score some great deals on award-winning Hondas. Stop by your Helpful Honda dealer today or visit ntxhondadealers.com to learn more. Buy a Honda. Just buy a Honda. Don't listen to Step.
Buy an Accord.
Well, an Accord is a great car.
Accord is
Accord's
Yeah, but
like if I
this
was
is
recommending
Honda.
if I had an
Accord.
unlimited budget for my daughters, I would get an Accord right away because they hold their value great. They're safe cars. They're reliable, and they hold their value. Their resale value is amazing. So Honda, what's up?
Honda, what's
Helpful
up?
Honda Mailbag Friday, as we just over-deliver to our sponsors. We're going to answer your
where's
questions.
Rob and Rudy?
High
Let
school
them know.
football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance. They don't watch this show. You know that. Do we have
Losers.
questions in the comments? Anyone who has some questions for myself, for Matt Stepp, or for Mallory Hartley?
Yeah, we got one from Pickle.
Oh,
This is just what
Oh.
should she get at Frenchie's for lunch today?
I am a 3-piece guy. I go 3-piece with. I love Frenchie's French fries. I mean, they're really good. A 3-piece guy with French fries, a jalapeno, and a roll, and then I just get Dr. Pepper. I'm a Dr. Pepper guy, but I mean, I believe Frenchie's has Kool-Aid,
I've never been there.
which is amazing. Just get or we just get red drink. I think somebody on Twitter just said get red drink, which is
Get red drink.
yeah. So I'm a Dr. Pepper guy, but I get the 3-piece with the. But I mean, Craven's a campus guy. He loves to get the campus. Some people get the 5-piece
Danny Davis
wing.
said what to get the king. The king.
The king is another good one. Yeah, and then there's the 5-piece wing. So really, Pickle, you can't go wrong. You just got to order something. I don't think she can get. I don't think, and Pickle, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think she will be able to go to the original Frenchie's over by U of H because she's on the other side of town. So, but there is a Frenchie's there, kind of in the Spring area. So I think she'll go to that one. But you know, nothing's as good as the original. But for a first timer, it'll do. So everyone in the comments saying she has to go to the original. She's in Spring right now. She's not going to be able to go to Third Ward. Just let her make it.
What's next, Mallory?
Malpow. Let's see. What's your favorite Starbucks drink during Christmas time?
Yeah, what I normally do during Christmas time is that I go up there and I ask them for a large black coffee. What's the next
'Cause you're a
question,
man.
Malpal?
I don't go to Starbucks, so
You don't go to Starbucks, really?
no, I don't drink coffee at all. I don't go to Starbucks.
You don't drink coffee at all.
No.
He just naturally
He's just
this-
naturally.
I just have a lot of
very-
energy.
this
naturally,
effervescent
yeah.
energy
Yeah.
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right. What's the ceiling for friendship in District 26A?
Let's find out tonight, right?
Yeah.
This
we'll
feels
learn.
like a real telling game
Yeah.
against Permian.
I would say there's ceiling. Best case scenario, second place.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think anyone's beaten Midland Legacy in that district.
Where's that game? Do you know where they?
The Friendship Permian game, is that Friendship?
Well, no, I'm sorry. Where's the
Friendship Legacy. I'm
yeah.
not sure about that one.
Let me look that up real quick. If Legacy has to go to Lubbock, South Lubbock, I could see them pulling it off. I would
Possible.
say I think that you're right though. I would say that if you were asking me who is the favorite right now, it's Legacy. But you know, I'm not saying that it's outside the realm of possibility for Friendship to win the district.
No. I mean, I would say if I'm picking the district right now.
Next week. How about this? Next week, Friendship at Legacy.
Okay. It's
So
tough to go to
Friendship
Grande.
will be a favorite in that. I'm sorry, Legacy will be a
Yeah,
favorite
it's
in that
tough
one.
to go to Grande, but
Yeah.
Legacy's got a big one tonight against Abilene High at Shotwell.
They win that game, and I'm ready to pencil them in second place. They win that game because I think they'll be after they get past Friendship. Then they got Odessa, and everyone loves when you read schedules. Odessa, Midland, Central, Permian. I'm sorry, that's Legacy schedule. That's wrong.
Friendship's got to play Abilene High still.
Friendship's
I've been
got-
a big Abilene High guy.
Friendship's already gone to San Angelo and beaten Central. Then they get Legacy next week. Then Abilene. Then they get Idle, and then they finish off with Odessa and Midland. They should be pretty considerable favorites in that one.
Oh, yeah.
That Abilene game's going to be interesting.
Yes.
That Abilene game's going to be for second place.
Especially
in my opinion.
if Friendship and Abilene both end up making the playoffs, then that's probably going to be for seeding in Division 2.
I agree. What's next, Malpal?
Let's go with thoughts on the spring Westfield game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fired up about it.
We talked about it at length on Tap and Step.
So please,
and we're
please
on.
subscribe.
Go subscribe.
We're on opposite ends of that.
Yeah.
I took Westfield, and you took Spring.
I took Spring.
Believe. Yeah,
I'll repeat.
Pick'em game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll repeat something I've said a couple of times, which is I don't think this is, and especially in the rain, which it figures to be rainy tonight in Houston, I think it's going to be low scoring. I think this is going to be in the low 20s, even high teens. I mean, if you're expecting some like 38-35 slugfest, I just don't see that happening.
Usually it doesn't happen with those when those two teams play.
I think these defenses are going to shine, even in the face of two really talented quarterbacks in Cardell Williams and Bishop Davenport. It's going to be a huge game. It's a mammoth game. And by the way, it's live on TexanLive.com if you want to stream it.
It's live on TexanLive.com. Ashley Pickle's going to be on the sidelines
For Valley Sports.
So
So
please,
that's
say hi to Ashley, yell at her,
Yeah.
yell nice things.
Yell
to her.
nice things to Pickle.
Yeah, don't yell at her, but
Don't yell.
Say, hey,
Yell
Pickle.
with her.
Yeah,
Don't yell
with
at
her.
her.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
yell
Yell
with
with her.
Make her feel like the celebrity that she really is.
I
Yes.
think it's the. I think it's a game of the night.
You like it better than Katie and Tompkins?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. I think I do because I don't know. Part of me. So and maybe somebody's asked about Katie and Tompkins.
Katie's gonna kick Thompson's rear end.
I think Katie might
There's
just.
been a couple of
I think
questions
I
about
think
it.
Katie might just, and I'm borrowing a phrase from one of my favorite podcasts, Split Zone Duo. They might just sit on them. Do you know what I mean? They might just sit on them and go, and it's over. And I could absolutely see this being just a real Katie win where it ends 28-17.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just like
Never
okay.
really feel like Tompkins is really in it.
Especially like I think the rainy aspect of this
Plays big.
big advantage for
Big
Katie.
Gary Joseph energy there.
Gary Joseph's out there like doing a rain dance right now. He's like, I want it to flood.
Yeah.
Like that's what he wants because I think that the messier and like
Katie likes it grimy.
Katie likes to get in the slop.
Yeah.
They do not mind getting in the slop. Like they're real blue collar in that regard.
Yeah.
They're just like, nah, let's just you want to get into a little street fight, let's just do it. And I think they want it to be ugly. And Tompkins, if the elements were perfect and things like that, that would be an advantage for Tompkins. With it probably being, as you mentioned, grimy tonight, I think Katie's your favorite. And so I think Spring and Swing Westfield's my pick for the game of the night. That or Crawford Toller. Those are my two picks for games
I'll be
tonight.
at Crawford Toller.
You'll be standing outside at Crawford Toller.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, Pickle, I'm gonna be outside tonight, so stop talking noise.
I will not.
You'll be in a tie.
You'll be in a
I'll be
studio.
in a tie.
Guess where I'm going tonight?
Where are you going, Malpal?
I'm going to Melissa and Argyle.
That's a good one.
I'm so excited. I think I'm going to stay for this whole game, too, and kind of tweet out scores, throughout the night.
Heck
Because I don't
yeah.
think we have anybody going to that game. So I was like,
No.
yeah. I'll
There's
just,
going to be.
I think Ish talked about going, but
I think
I
Ish
don't
is
think
going
he
to Frisco,
decided.
Frisco
Yeah.
Liberty.
Who's the reporter
Yeah.
here? The reporter for Bally is you will get to see.
Oh, somebody from Valley's going to be there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get to see.
That doesn't matter to us. We'd rather have you there.
Who is
yeah,
this? Who is
We
it?
need some Malpal action.
I know. Who is?
No
hold on.
offense
Pull
to
up my
Bally,
old
but-
This is
sideline
a live
work.
coverage of me looking up who's going to be at this.
I haven't done
game.
sideline work in about a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Melissa, it's going to be. Oh, Sarah Merrifield's going to be there.
oh,
so you can say hi to
okay,
Sarah
yeah,
Merrifield. You know
definitely.
Sarah.
She's
yeah.
okay.
Wow.
Hey, Sarah.
Yes, I will say
Hi.
hi to her
Hey, Sarah.
What's next, Malpal?
when I'm done doing Honda stuff. Anyways. Okay, I feel like we get this question kind of a lot, but might as well answer
Is
it
it how
again.
dare you?
First of all, how dare you? No, how legit is LBJ? I can pretty much say they're pretty legit.
So I tweeted this out. I had a head coach tell me that who has seen LBJ, Argyle. He's seen 4 of the LBJ, Argyle, La Vega, and El Campo on film, and he said LBJ is the best team he's seen this year.
In the state.
Wow.
481.
I
That's
So
awesome.
pretty legit.
I
Yeah,
think they
pretty
can win
legit
it.
Answer to your question.
I am getting a little. It's weird to say. So Cal Allen looms, right? Let's talk about Region 4. And Cal Allen's still there. And they're not going to go away. I'm becoming less and less. I'm going to make some friends in Corpus. I'm becoming
After
less
I
and
just
less.
went there.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks,
I'm
Tupper.
becoming less and less convinced that they are the favorite in Region 4, and more convinced it's LBJ.
It's LBJ.
Now they won the region last year,
They-
and so it shouldn't be necessarily. But like at the beginning of the year, we had Cal Allen number 2 in the state, right in 4A Division 1.
They're still number 2. I don't think Cal Allen hasn't done anything to.
No,
They've been very workmanlike,
and they're going to they're playing San Antonio Cornerstone tonight, which
we'll
is
get a litmus test because LBJ beat Cornerstone 2 weeks ago, 41-28.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good litmus test.
it'll be a good apples to apples type comparison. Although it will be raining in Corpus, or this game's San Antonio. Who knows? We'll get a better feeling. And I'll say this. All right, let me just throw this out there. Who's your favorite in Region 3, 4 Division 1?
Still Ocampo, but man, Chapel Hill. I want to see
I was
what
gonna
Chapel
say.
Hill. Chapel Hill's got some tests coming. They got Lindale this week. They got Kilgore looming. They got Palestine and Henderson coming up. Chapel Hill's got some big tests coming. I'll still lean to El Campo because of what El Campo did to Bernie Champion last week, because that was a demolition.
That was a controlled demolition.
And you look at LBJ. I mean, comparing scores is not the be all end all by any means, but it at least gives us a kind of a measuring stick. LBJ beat La Vega by 21, and Argyle beat La Vega by 3. That at least tells me that it's not ridiculous to think LBJ is the team to beat right now.
Yeah, I might go. Yeah, I can see LBJ at AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
I can absolutely see him there because I think that Region 3. I mean, Region 3's got those two, I think, juggernauts. We still need to know more about Tyler Chapel Hill. Passed every test and no notes right now for Jeff Reardon's squad. But we got to see a little bit more before we're really ready to go whole hog onto the bandwagon. I think I've seen enough from LBJ to know that they're probably they're the favorite in Region 4.
LBJ's done enough to
Yes,
prove themselves.
absolutely. All right, what's next, Malpal?
We'll go with another good matchup tonight. Thoughts on Shiner versus Wall?
This game's in Fredericksburg?
Yeah, it's in Fredericksburg.
It's in Fredericksburg.
I think, Brandon McCullough's going to be there shooting pictures for us.
Oh, cool.
It is so
It'll be a quick game.
it'll be quick. There will be especially
What's
likely in the rain.
What's the over under on
I'm gonna
passes?
set the over under on passes at 2.5, and that's combined. Two teams, 2.5 passes.
Wall matches up with Shiner pretty well because they're big and physical. They're a run that. What Shiner does is not going to shock Wall by any means. When Wall plays in the same district as Jim Ned,
they can score.
No, that's the thing. I think Shiner's going to win like 21-7. It's going to be one of those kind of games.
Ugly games.
Yeah, Wall's not going to have anyone like Dalton Brooks, and that's going to be. I think Wall will be able to handle Doug Brooks. I don't think they'll be able to handle Dalton Brooks. Wall didn't have any cats like that, so I think Shiner wins like a 21-7 kind of just grimy.
Yeah.
Just kind of take 2 tire irons and beat the hell out of each other kind of game.
Who's your favorite in 2AD1 Region 4 right now?
Right now, I'd give the slight edge to her. If I was picking Refugio Shiner right now, I'd slightly lean to Refugio.
They have done nothing to dissuade me, but
neither has Shiner.
Boy, but Shiner.
It's like
Shiner like Refugio started the year number 1 in our rankings. We thought they were the best team in 2A Division 1. They have done absolutely nothing wrong. I want to be very clear. In fact, they have arguably done everything exactly right.
They have.
But Shiner has so improved their case of like we had some questions about filling a couple holes.
They graduated some key players.
Yeah, and they have improved their case that I'm just like I'm ready for it. That game better be the Alamo Dome. They better do it on like a Thursday so I can go.
Ooh.
Although what round would that be? Because Football Friday's going to be done.
Round 3 or 4. I think it'd be round. I think they play in round 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's round 4 now.
I don't know. My personal situation may change by then. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. Mallory, what's next?
This one's kind of interesting. Will Brazos Wood win another district game? Apparently, they won their first district game.
That's a big win. I think
since 2018.
So I can't remember who they beat last week, but
Claire Brook, maybe.
Alvin's a winnable game for them. I think Elsick is a winnable game for them.
Wait, Brazos Wood or Brazosport?
Brazos Wood.
Brazos Wood.
6A.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Alvin's not in their district.
No, that's right. Alvin's not in their district.
They're in
Alvin's
the Dickinson
23rd.
and the Clears.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind. Alvin beat Elsick last week.
Yes, Alvin beat Elsick. I think first of all, who'd they beat last week? I got to look this up. It wasn't a live coverage.
It's Clear Creek, wasn't it?
It was one. It's one of the. This is mean to say. It's one of the creeks. That's I could have
one of the Clears.
Yeah,
Clear Creek. I believe.
Yeah, one of the Clear. Let's see. They beat Clear. Not popping up for me, and it's not popping up for me. Thanks.
Pretty sure.
Thanks,
it's Clear
Internet.
Creek.
Thanks, Internet. They
Thanks a lot,
beat
Bin Laden.
they beat Clear Creek 21-14 last week. Clear Creek. I think they can beat Clear Brook. Clear Brook's a winnable
They can
game.
beat Clear Brook. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, so
I don't know what you think about Clear Lake. I think that's a good game. I'll say that right now.
Clear Lake may be a swing game.
Yeah, it's a swing game as far as now. I don't know if that's going to be
Dickinson's
getting in.
Dickinson, Clear Springs, Clear Falls are clearly the 3 best teams in that district.
Yeah, and then and I would say whenever Brasswood plays Clear Lake, which is as long as they take care of their business, which is October 29th, that's probably for that last playoff spot.
Yeah.
That feels like the 2 best.
Which
teams.
is a big improvement.
That could I also could see that just being just a total muck up where everyone ends. How many teams are in that district?
7 teams.
Everyone ends 1-5 or 2-4 in
And
district,
get
and
out
it's
the
just like a
tiebreakers.
complete disaster.
Then I'm calling the coaches going, hey, what's your tiebreaker rules?
And 3 of the coaches don't know.
Yeah.
3 of the
That's
coaches,
frustrating, especially when you're trying to do playoff projections and stuff. It's just a mess.
What's next, Mel Pal?
How about could Atascocita and North Shore meet in the playoffs this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're
absolutely.
gonna.
Yeah, unless Katy goes Division 1, which is starting to look less and less likely.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, somebody pointed this out, and I think the last time you were in, or maybe it wasn't, you weren't in, and you can't shield me from this criticism. Let's talk about 1968 real quick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here is the way that it breaks down because we've had a lot of questions about where Katy will go. Okay. Katy is the teams that are bigger than Katy. Okay, the teams that are bigger than Katy are Tompkins. I would say a very likely playoff team.
Yeah,
right,
95%.
right.
Yeah.
They are bigger than them, as well as Katy Seven Lakes. They are bigger than them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, both those teams, I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, unless I'm
7 Lakes won last night, so they're 1-1 in district.
Katy Seven Lakes and Katy Tompkins both have to get in the playoffs for Katy to go to the Division II bracket. Okay, I think Tompkins. Put in Sharpie. Okay, put in Sharpie. They're going to get in the playoffs. Seven Lakes got an important win last night over Taylor.
Yes.
Okay, very important.
Taylor is probably they're in big trouble now. They're 0-2 with losses head to head to, I believe, Morton Ranch and Seven Lakes.
The real big game now. They got to take care of business against Maid Creek. Okay, and then the big game is going to be Morton Ranch.
Next week.
Next week. Katy Seven Lakes, Katy Morton Ranch is the critical game. If Seven Lakes wins, you can pretty much write down Katy into Division II.
Take a huge step. Barring a collapse, Seven Lakes would be in, and Katy would go D2.
If Morton Ranch wins, things get a little dicey.
Morton Ranch would have the inside track.
Yeah.
I think they would still have to take care of a little bit more business, but they would have the inside track. And then that would push Katy D1.
Yeah,
so.
Morton Ranch is open this week.
Yeah, which is a huge advantage for Morton Ranch going into that game next week because they've had 2 weeks to prepare for Seven Lakes. There's no doubt they know that the Seven Lakes game is a pivotal swing game.
That could, in fact, be one of our hipster games of the week on Tap and Stone.
I was already looking at those hipster game.
Dibs. All right. What's next, Malpal?
Okay, I got a college football question.
Okay.
I like this one. Will Texas cover the spread against TCU, and who will have the better stat line, Bijan Robinson or Zach Evans?
Let me look this up. The latest line that I'm going to see because
Texas is at 5.5. Just 5.
It has moved a little bit. It's at 5.
It is at 5. It was on Wednesday when we were recording.
Okay, let me see if it's moved a little bit.
While you're looking at that, this is one of the
Texas
games.
Is
this is like a Gary Patterson. Like we're all counting TCU out now, and Gary Patterson went all weirdo with the flag planting and everything.
Yeah.
This is the classic. Gary Patterson's going to come up with some weirdo defense and is going to beat Texas. This is a class. This is like the MO
down
of
to 4.
TCU. Yeah,
it's down to 4. It's shrinking.
TCU's got the steam here.
I don't trust TCU's defense.
I'm a little worried about. I'm a little worried about TCU's defense, but the weather for Saturday is looking like. Let's see what the forecast says. Do we have a forecast on here? I would say I think Texas covers. I think Texas covers. I think Texas wins by. Now that it's 4, I feel pretty comfortable saying they're going to win by a touchdown.
I just don't trust TCU right now. But I'm kind of going back and forth because I wouldn't. Would it shock you if Gary Patterson came up with something
TCU's one of those spoiler teams too. Texas too.
They've had Texas's number.
Yeah, in the last 9 years, they've won the last 7 meetings. I think. So they're a spoiler team for Texas.
As far as who's going to have the better game between Bijan Robinson and Zach Evans. I go with Bijan simply because the rush defense for TCU has left a lot to be desired right now.
The whole defense.
Texas's defense on the running game has been
Their front seven's solid.
fair. It's been. I'd say
secondary's the
I'd say it's
question
probably
mark.
hasn't lived up to the very lofty expectations that some people had for him. But yeah. All right. Do we have an ender?
Yeah.
I think I've already given you an ender.
I think I can.
God.
I can give you an ender. This question's more for Tepper. How many points will the U.S. men's national team pull from this World Cup qualifying?
No, this is a Matt Step
Is
question.
it a step question too? Do you like
We're
soccer?
big soccer.
Does
industry.
he like soccer?
Yes.
I didn't
love
know that.
soccer.
Okay,
He's
awesome.
he's a I would say a tertiary Arsenal supporter.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
it's because they're terrible. It's
Yeah.
one tertiary, but
But you're a big
I'm a big USMNT
men's-
guy.
Yeah, you're a big
I'm big
US
Canada.
MNT.
I'm a big CONCACAF guy.
Yeah, big
'Cause I-
CONCACAF.
Yeah,
Big CONCACAF guy.
it's a very nichey there.
Yeah.
Max Thompson would appreciate that. Because I do keep up with Canada's men's national team as well. Canada's having a good.
Yes, they are.
I think for the USMNT in this cycle, which is coming up, like they just announced the roster yesterday. I think 7 points
Yeah.
I think 7 points would be
So
a
who do they got?
success. They open with Jamaica in
Yeah.
Austin.
So they get
on
they get
Thursday.
Jamaica,
And they
Panama,
have to go to Panama.
to
and-
Panama.
Rica.
This is not fun, but
Costa Rica at
you
home.
should get a point from there.
Yes, I think you win your 2 home games and you draw it in
Yeah.
Panama, and your seven is a success.
Yeah.
9 is amazing, which that's if you win all 3, it's amazing. Great job. 7 I think is a success. 6 is the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Anything less than 6 is a disappointment.
I agree.
You
with
got to
that.
get at least 6.
Gotta get at least
I can
6.
live with a loss in Panama if you win the 2 at home, but you cannot drop
Getting
points.
getting Jamaica at home is big.
dropping points.
Getting the
last
Ticos
time.
at home is big.
Yeah, I mean, last time because they tied Canada at home, and then it forced them to have to go to Honduras, and our savior Pepe bailed us out. El Paso's own. while we were in El Paso,
Ricardo Pepe.
Bailed
Yeah,
us
I think
out.
we could hear the roars from
half of them are
the
coming
neighborhood.
from our Airbnb.
Yeah, from our house.
So we 7 is a success, but six is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
we need 6.
I would say that is correct. Okay. Yeah. Don't
Okay.
screw it up, Greg.
Yeah, Greg with 2 G's. Those Greg's with 2
Greg
G's.
Berhalter
can't be
with
trusted.
two G's. Can't
Greg
trust.
with 2 G's.
Can't
Some
trust him.
age.
All right. It's going to do it. You got anything else to say? Where are you going tonight?
Crawford and Toller.
Crawford and Toller.
Yes.
You'll be in Toller, so step left surprise hugs.
Yes, I do. And and then tomorrow I will be in Tenaha. My game got I thought my game started at 6. It's starting at 2 now. Tenaha and Colmsneil or Colmsneil.
Colmsneil.
Yeah, I say Colmsneil. I dated a girl from Colmsneil too, and it was Colmsneil. But Blaylock says it's Colmsneil, but whatever.
It's
I did date a girl from Colmsneil. She taught at North Garland.
Okay, well,
It's going to do it for us.
Hey, when
Yeah,
I was
that
single,
is
I dated
good.
a lot of girls. I mean,
What a show.
what a show.
What a show.
Dating advice.
It's going to do it for
no,
us.
don't take dating advice from me.
It's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your
Take
day
it from
with us.
Tepper. He works
Follow
hard.
us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at textfootball.com. Step, thanks a lot.
Should I go ahead and turn my resignation in now?
That's what I think. Golly.
Yeah.
For Mallory Hartley and Matt Stepp, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please get your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you Monday on Texas Football Today. Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at texasfootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out texasfootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at texasfootball.com/subscribe.